Hello, hello, hello to all of my wonderful Aries. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with a very special reading on today. I hope you all are having a great day today. But then again, Aries, I know that you are because that's the intention you set. Yes, yes, yes. First things first, Aries, let me just tell y'all, listen, this snow is tripping everything up. It is literally taking 2, 3, sometimes 4 days for videos to upload. So I'm filming all the videos on the same day, uploading all of them, and then one will pop up, and then another one will pop up, then another one will pop up. So listen, the snow. Yes, the snow. But let's get into your reading. You all know that this is a general reading, right? Yes, yes, yes. These are the Light Seers Tarot deck by Chris Ann. These cards right here are the Sacred Self-Care deck by Jill Pyle, just in case people are interested, because I talk to a lot of fellow tarot card readers. And for those of you out there who are thinking about reading tarot cards, please join the community. Please, please, please just do it. Do it, do it. You know that you are spiritually gifted. Hey, join the rest of us. Yes, there's room for everyone. Yes, so you know that this is a general reading. If you're interested in a personal reading, please contact me with my information is down below. Yes, yes, yes. Let's get into your reading. We're going to be talking about the number 45 today and how everybody can apply it, as well as moving towards a full moon. We had 2 cards to drop out. We leave them right there. Let me see if I can adjust the camera so you all can really see these cards. Okay. So those were 2 cards that popped out. So we're going to leave those cards right there. Let's get into it, okay? We're not going to waste a whole lot of time. We're going to just get right on into it, Aries. Most High God in the universe, please give me a special reading for my wonderful Aries. Ha-ha! As it relates to every area of their lives, specifically in areas of power and intellect, money and wealth, creativity and emotions, and spirituality, and where they need to take action. What information do we have from our wonderful Oh, there's another one that popped out. Aries. Yes, yes, yes. These cards trying to tell y'all something. Remember, I tell you that this moon is moving towards fullness, right? And we know that the moon governs our moods and our emotions and other things, right? So, yeah, it's time for you all to take action. A lot of people are getting bolder and bolder and bolder. You know why? Because I've been talking to a lot of people. Yes, yes, yes. All right, let's get into it. We got 3 out there already. Cards acting up, jumping all out. You know how kids... Y'all ever seen kids try to jump out the cart at the grocery store? Like they just can't wait to get to whatever is on the... That's how these cars are jumping out. Just acting crazy. Cray. Yes. Okay, look. Look, y'all. All right, let's look at this. We have the Queen of Swords right here. That's you. Bam. Uh-huh. We have the Page of Swords. Uh-huh. Yes. Mm-hmm. That dexterity. We have the 4 of Cups. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We have the 10 of Wands. Yes, indeed. We have the 6 of Wands. Look at you throwing up the V sign for victory. VICTORY. Some of y'all are cheerleaders and don't even know it. We have the Page of Pentacles. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So like I said, this moon is we're in the first quarter moon, which is great, which is also a half moon. But I don't even know what percentage it is at this point, but it's moving towards fullness, which is absolutely awesome, right? So let's start this thing off right, Aries. I am an Aries. I want you all to say it loud and proud. I am a strong leader. I have amazing self-confidence. I have positive energy. Matter of fact, I am positive energy. I am brave. I am creative. I am courageous. I am determined. I am confident. I am enthusiastic. I am optimistic. I'm honest. And I am passionate. Yes, indeed, Aries. You don't have time for anything else. You don't have time to vibrate low. Yes, your duality is masculine, right? You are a fire sign. You are a cardinal sign. So that makes you active, energetic, excitable, impulsive, optimistic. You're open to change and new experiences. Matter of fact, you are the first sign in the Zodiac. So you are always starting new beginnings. There's always a new beginning. We know we talked about the number 1, right? Absolutely. Let's talk about this right here. Some of y'all have said, I'm about to hit the road, Jack, right? Y'all have told the job, hit the road, Jack. Y'all have told some relationships, hit the road, Jack. Things have been exposed. They have been exposed. Some of you all, like I said, do not look like what you've been through, right? So a lot of times when we look at this card right here, this person is able to walk a tightrope. They're not even fearful. You know what? Because that is the kind of confidence that you have, Aries. You're not even afraid. You have all these wonderful ideas of things. You're able to read a book, hair blowing in the wind. You know, you got your ancestors buzzing around you telling you, oh, this is good news, good news, good news. All sorts of things, right? Just positive, happy news all around you, right? So this is about you seeing things with your spiritual eyes, right? Your third eye has already been activated. That's your brow chakra. It's already been activated. So now it's like, I'm not closing it. I'm seeing all the beauty of life around me, right? So for some people, Aries, it's a little scary, to be honest, because it's like, okay, I'm in a new realm. What do I do now? Who do I latch on to? Like who, you know, like a newborn baby being born into this realm, nervous, scared, you know. Mommy is the only person that they want to attach themselves to, because it's like, okay, well, this is like home for me, right? So for you all, finding your new soul tribe, especially since you've walked away from some things, finding your new soul tribe is going to take a bit of patience for you. I mean, really take some patience, which is not necessarily Aries' strong suit, okay? This is also just time to just research some things about yourself, Aries, okay? Because this person right here has given this situation some long thought. You've ruminated over a lot of things and you said, okay, it's time for me to break out and do some things for me. Yes. Remember, the moon, like our lives, go through many different phases. We're born into a world of natural cycles, right? So when we talk about all these moon phases, we are born into a world with natural cycles, right? So when you're coming into your fullness, Aries, just so you know, it gives you the courage and the determination to start things. Remember, you're the first sign in the Zodiac, so new beginnings, always think new beginnings, new beginnings, new beginnings. Have that optimism, have that bravery, that courage. Remember, have that bravery and that courage to just go out here and start new things, right? So you don't have to get stuck in situations that don't work for you. You can easily change lanes and take the best possible path for you, right? Yeah. Here's the thing. We are all uniquely gifted and talented, Aries. So you go after the thing that you're most passionate about, the thing that you would do, honestly, for free, right? Go after it. The money is going to come. The money is going to chase you. You don't have to try to get in someone else's lane or say, oh, this person is really doing a great job at this. Trust, if they're doing a great job at it, they're probably they're gifted and talented at it. They put in a whole lot of work behind it, and they're self-starters. They're go-getters. I'm gonna share something with you all real quick before we move forward. But again, some of you all have decided, you know what? I've given it a lot of thought. I don't have to be in this difficult relationship anymore. The difficult relationship could have been with a significant other. It could have been with a job. It could have been with a family member or whatever. I don't have to be in these difficult relationships anymore. So some of you all were like, I'm out of here. See you. Right? Yeah. Y'all told somebody, hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. Here we go. Right here. At every one of these stations, you were more and more illuminated. You were dropping things and dropping people off. This is the wisdom and knowledge that you acquired along your journey, Aries, just so you know. Yes. And look at you now, feeling lightweight and just, when I say lightweight, you've dropped off a lot of things that felt like an albatross around your neck. Now you feel victorious. Now you feel victorious, right? Yes, yes, yes. Let me share something with you all. So many years ago, I had the pleasure of interviewing this pastor, right, of a mega church. I'll just say that. Had a pleasure of interviewing the pastor of a mega church. And you know, I don't say anything bad about churches or other organizations or whatever, but you all need to know that churches are run as businesses first and foremost, right? This is no slight against any church or any spiritual leader whatsoever. Because again, it's all love, it's all high vibrational. We are all spirits, right? So I remember interviewing this particular pastor, and I asked him specifically, I said, some of your members are wondering why you don't stand behind them with their businesses. A lot of them have businesses. A lot of them are entrepreneurs and things like that. And this pastor said to me, a lot of people are really not prepared. They're expecting from me because of the work that I've done to build my organization. And this pastor was very, very forthright about how they run their church as a business, because it is. And I don't want anybody to get offended by that, but how else are you going to run an organization where you are employing people? You have to file, the necessary paperwork to run as a business. These are not just necessarily volunteer, they are paid ministerial staff. So this particular pastor said a lot of people that come to me who want to market their business in my church are simply not ready. And they said, you know what, long time ago, I used to give people an opportunity. He said, but it started to become so distracting. He said that he used to let people set up their tables and stuff. Like they would have different I can't even remember what it's called, but they would have like things where they would have like featuring certain business days or whatever. So you may have like a personal trainer here, you may have a nutritionist here, you may have a person who sold hair here, or you may have a person over here that who was selling their new CDs from singing or whatever, choir members or whatever singing. And he was saying that a lot of people just were not ready. So I want to encourage you all, businesses, entrepreneurs, all of you all. And that kind of stuck out for me because I was like, you know what? He's right. I mean, as offended as some people may get, he's absolutely right. Some people are waiting for the big names to call them back. Some people are waiting to connect with, some of the millionaires, the billionaires, and so on and so forth. But what if along the way, you're being connected to people who are not as, they're not celebrities, they're not wealthy, they're not whatever, but they have their businesses intact. They know how to run a business and they have that vision, they have that foresight, and they try to connect with you and you're just simply not ready. There's always something wrong. There's always, well, I didn't have this in order and I don't have the money for this and I don't have the money. Let me tell you something. There's ways to work around everything. So this applies here to your particular reading because a lot of you all are very successful business owners, right? And so when you come in contact with people who, like this particular spiritual leader said, I would give people the platform to make money, but then they were expecting for me to do the work. I said, wow, really? So a lot of people, listen, have walked away from situations that no longer serve their highest purpose. Kudos to you, because remember, this moon moving towards fullness for my Aries means that it's giving you all the courage, the determination to start new things, remember, you are the first sign in the Zodiac to start new things. We already talked about the number one. You all have been in these tricky relationships where you do not look like what you've been through. Some of your jobs have abused you. They have used you. They have talked about you. Family members have used and abused you. They've talked about you behind your back, whole 9 yards. And so now that you all are like, you know what? Enough is enough. If I want to get this thing off the ground, I'm going to have to cut some people off. So this is why you all left some people behind, right? And now that you've left some people behind, Aries, look at you. You're victorious. You're absolutely victorious. Yeah. Starting anew is very, very scary for a lot of people, especially if you're starting businesses for yourself or entering into a new relationship, or you're newly married, or you have a new baby. Remember, first, it's always kind of scary, right? Yeah, it's very, very scary. So now some of you all are looking for new windows of opportunity, which is, again, kudos. It takes a lot of courage, and that is what you all have, Aries. It takes a lot of courage for you all to start anew, right? Yes, absolutely. Not only that, your motto as an Aries is go for the best. Go for the best, right? So remember, Aries, when you're going for the best, you make sure you have all your stuff, your ducks in order, so that you too are the best at what you're doing. Never try to go after something because a person that you see is very popular. Like I said, many years ago, when I did attend church, and this was many wicked years ago, okay? When I did attend church, and I would see people get excited about what certain pastors were doing, and then they decided, okay, I want to be a pastor too. I want to be a spiritual leader, but they don't understand the work, all of the things that go behind it, following that spiritual gifts, the highs and the lows, and the being called names, as well as being adored by some, being respected outside of your city or your neighborhood or your area, and not even being respected by your own family, not even being respected by your own friends. So I have a great deal of respect for anybody who steps up into the leadership role. Yes, absolutely. So let's talk about the number 45. The number 45, a lot of times people are introduced really to the number 45 in school when you hear about 45-degree angles, right? Yeah, of course. Yeah, but 45 is the number showing how to manifest, how the manifestation of freedom helps you to access the highest wisdom, right? So the number 4 in 45 gives you a firm foundation. This is where you're going to visualize, that great pyramid sitting on a perfect four-sided square. We talk about 45-degree angles, right? It's taking somebody back to school. Yes. 5 also gives you the ability to communicate and experience freedom of movement. And the root number 9, 4 plus 5, 9, completes the picture, holding the wisdom of love and all the previous 8 single-digit numbers. When I talk about the single-digit numbers, when I talk about root numbers, I'm talking about the numbers 1 through 9. And then it starts over again because 1 plus 0, the number 10, 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 1, 11, is 2. 1 plus 2 is 3, right? So it starts back over again. So this combination really, really gives you a lot of magnetic energy. And so that means at 45, you're born a humanitarian. You'll know how to merge independence with discipline, right? And so, yes, this is you being extremely courageous in what you said that you want to do. It doesn't matter. Your age is not an obstacle. Your race is not an obstacle. Your gender is not an obstacle. Your sexual preference is not an obstacle. So do not create, etc., right? Do not create obstacles for yourself. Go out there and do it, right? Again, if you're interested in a personal reading, please contact me and I can help you on that journey, because a lot of people are like, just need that push. They really they need, and that push comes in the form of encouragement, positive reinforcement. Nothing like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. Yeah, some people are cruising in the wrong lane because they're like, okay, that looks easy to do. That's like, for instance, and I'm not going to keep giving, because I'm not going to take up too much of y'all time. Y'all know how I like to give y'all stories, right? Yes, but that's like, for instance, okay. So, I love hairstyles, right? But for the life of me, y'all, and I'm going to keep it all the way 100. I cannot do hair to save my life, for real. I mean, that's on everything. I cannot do hair. I can see a hairstyle and I'm like, oh, that is so cute. But if I try to do it, y'all, it would look like a hot mess. And hey, but listen, I never even tried to venture in that lane because that's just not my thing, right? I've always loved science and math. I've always loved, I love healing, all of this, the things that I know that I'm spiritually gifted and talented in. But by contrast, I have 2 siblings who can look at a hairstyle and just do it, right? I don't care what it is. Has a lot to do with it because I have cosmetologists in my family and they have taught cosmetology, whole 9 yards. And so we have some very gifted and talented people. If I want something done to my hair, I mean, I'm not doing it. Okay, I'm just saying that, right? So I don't need to tiptoe into anybody's lane. So that was just an example, right? But anyway, yes. All right, let's get to the rest of these cards, because I'm so happy for a lot of you all that have been courageous and really, really stepping out on faith, saying, you know what? Forgive fear. I am courageous. I am brave. I am positive energy. I'm all these things. I am determined, all these things, and just saying, look at this. See, this is what I'm talking about. This, yeah. See. You talking about see what? I can't see the cards yet. Look, y'all better stop getting smart. Here we go. Knight of Wands. This is how things are happening for a lot of you all, where you all are feeling just magnetic, free, on fire, just feeling great about life. That's how a lot of y'all are feeling after coming out of some hostile situations. Some of y'all have worked in for organizations that were just downright hostile, that were just mistreating you. Some of y'all have been, and when I say relationships, I'm talking about professional relationships. Some of them have been romantic relationships. Some of them have been family relationships, because again, you're in another realm. And when you're transitioning from the old to the new, you're moving into a new chapter. That means there's some people you're going to have to leave behind. But in this particular situation, it was a hostile situation. You could have been at work in a very hostile work environment. You could have been at home in a very hostile environment. You could have been dealing with family members who was like, well, who do you think you are? Spreading rumors about you, calling you the black sheep of the family, whatever. And we know black is beautiful. Say, hey, go on with your black sheep self. Right. So, and I don't care what your skin color is. A lot of people have been called the black sheep of the family, because why? They're like, listen, I'm sick and tired of holding on to family secrets. I'm sick of y'all. I'm just sick of these sick. Right. So yes. So it has been some hostile environments that y'all have had to say, you know what? I need to sever ties. This doesn't work for me anymore. And once you sever ties, you started to vibrate higher, and you were like, you know what? I feel great. I feel absolutely freaking great. I'm going to go out here and start that business. I'm going to link up with some people who are actually out here doing it. I'm going to sit back and I'm going to listen. I'm going to learn. I'm going to start following people on social media that's actually doing it, not people who are talking about doing it. People are sitting around hating and doing all kinds of stuff. But here we go. 9 of Pentacles. This is your financial independence. Yeah, you've been investing in yourself, and this is your financial independence, Aries. I'm telling you, go for it. You've been looking for new windows of opportunity, and then now, guess what, Aries? People looking at you like, look at the Aries, the knight in shining armor. I see you, Aries. Yes, of course, because you look better when you're doing things that you are passionate about. Your spirit looks better. Your outer shell looks better. You're attracting the right people coming into your life. See, some of y'all started out in relationships with somebody like this. This could be a man or woman, by the way. Some of y'all started out in relationships with people like this, but as time went on, you were like, we're not even compatible. We are not even compatible, right? See the two sides of this, right? You look like this. You are this person, right? This is no faking over here. You are this person to a lot of people, because now you're happy. You're moving towards your purpose. You're moving towards your dreams, all the things that you said you wanted to do because you're brave, right? So you are this person, but some of y'all have dated somebody who appeared this way in the beginning, but as time went on, you said, we're just not on the same frequency. We're not, this person is really giving me a headache. Right? And so these flowers were once fresh, now they wilted, they dead. Y'all using them as anyway, let me move on. Anyway, this horse don't even look the same, right? This horse now looks like a hyena, right? It don't even look like this beautiful stallion here. It looks like a hyena. The love note is just a bunch of mess. It's a bunch of lies. Anyway, bottom line is that you all on a different frequency, right? But this is who you are to a lot of people. You're looking really good right about now, Aries. You know why? Because again, some of y'all hair is growing longer and thicker. Some of y'all are starting to say, you know what, I'm going to drink my water. My skin is clearing up. All kinds of wonderful things are happening for you all. You're waking up excited about the day. Okay, today is the great day. Why? Because that's the intention I set. Absolutely. So yeah, some of y'all were over dating people like that, right? Y'all gave it a lot of thought. Y'all were like, okay, this is not even on my same frequency, right? So multiple things here. A lot of you all have left jobs. A lot of you all have left relationships. But a relationship will fall under job will fall under the umbrella of relationship, because it could be a platonic, professional, or otherwise. But nevertheless, here you are. You're counting your blessings. Right now, you're like, you know what? That was the best thing I could do. Some of y'all are still in relationships, jobs. Some of y'all are still in jobs where you're not completely pleased, but because now you're starting to shift your focus and starting to think more about more entrepreneurship. What is it that I love doing? What that I'm passionate about? When I end my workday for somebody else, what is it that I feel like I get a second win when I think about doing this one thing, or this 2 things, or this 3 things, okay? It could be making jewelry. It could start a podcast. It could be, starting a YouTube channel. You could start reading tarot cards, whatever it is. You could start an exercise channel. You could be a mixologist, whatever the case may be. But nevertheless, the money is starting to follow you. yeah, you'll be receiving money because now you're passionate. You're doing the thing that you're passionate about. You're not competing with anybody. You're not out here being messy. You're not trying to start stuff because you have all this nervous energy. You don't know where to put it. That's what's really happening with some people is that they're not following. They're not in their purpose. They're looking at the popularity of some other people. Like I gave y'all some examples about how like I've seen people. I used to visit different churches and just listen because some of y'all already know what my background is. But anyway, so I would see how people would get excited over how some of these teachers, some of these pastors would teach, right? And say, you know what, I could do that. They would think that they would create a whole carbon copy of following this particular pastor or leader. And I'm only saying pastors, for example, but there are tons of other leaders. People say, you know what, I can run a business like Amazon. I could run a business like this person over here. They made hair products. I can run my business like that. But you forget that this person, you don't see what goes on behind the scenes, the blood, sweat, the tears, the frustration, the amount of times they heard no from people, the amount of doubt that people said, you know what, I've known this person since they were a child. They're not about anything. They're never going to be about anything. And then all of a sudden they own this large organization and they're doing extremely well. And still you have those same people who were the doubters, the spectators, the ones that's sitting up in the nosebleed seats, still doubting you. So you have to be that person, Aries, to say, you know what, I don't care if everybody's against me. I still got this thing on lock. Yes, you are not a hater. You are not a spectator. You out here winning. Absolutely, you out here winning. Yes. Yes. Here we go. Music. Yes. We know that music carries its own special vibration. We have 3 + 7. We know 10. The number 0 in the number 10 actually is the God number. So it is you in the Most High God, right? Listening to your high vibration music. Again, put your high vibration music on. And again, I can help you all through your steps. Like I said, call me for a personal reading. And you know, with my personal reading, a lot of times you will get more than just a personal reading. We really, really get into it. We really, really talk about it. My personal information is down below if you want to contact me. But yes, a lot of you all are on this journey. It's time for you all to start dancing again. It's time for you all to start really, really enjoying and loving life. And I'm going to say it one more time. Yes, I'm going to say it one more time. Your age is not an obstacle. Your race is not an obstacle. That's third dimension talk, right? Well, you know, because I'm too black, I'm too white, I'm too Hispanic, I'm too Asian, I'm too this, I'm too that. Nah, it's not an obstacle unless you create it, unless you make it an obstacle. Your gender, well, you know, this is a man's world. Okay, yeah, that's what James Brown sings about. But I'm telling y'all, we are spirits first. These are just temporary earthly bodies. Nothing is an obstacle unless you make it an obstacle, okay? That's what I have for you, Aries. I hope you all have a fantastic day. I hope it don't take 5,011 days for this video to upload. But it is timeless when you all get a chance to see it, okay? Have a great one. Bye.